I challenge you to look at who you are, and not identify yourself, the who you are, to those little rules and labels. Hi, it's Sarah Emond with Essence Healing. Today I want to talk a little bit about labels and roles. Why do we put ourselves in a role or a label? And why do we define ourselves by that? Is that really who you are? I hear it a lot. I'm a real estate agent. Is that really who you are? When I ask somebody who they are, I oftentimes almost always get the response of, I'm a real estate agent, I'm a banker, I'm a counselor, I'm a mom, I'm a dad, whatever those roles are. And those aren't who you are. Those are roles. Those are labels. They give a person a idea. When you tell somebody I'm a mom or a dad, okay, great. That gives me a box that I've put yourself in, right? You're a mom, you have kids. That's what that means to me. It's a form of identification of something that you do, but it's not who you are. The reason I'm talking about this, though, is because most people don't see the difference. They define themselves as, I'm a mom, or I'm a dad, or I'm a counselor. And when those roles change, when you no longer have the role of being that mom or that dad, when your child goes off and lives their own life and become their own mom and dad, you have almost this identity crisis. When people lose their job, can no longer be a counselor, something happens, they can't be the banker anymore. When those roles change, because they have decided, they have seen themselves as, this is who I am this role. Instead of seeing the role simply as a definition of a job or something that you do, they see it as who they are. That's when you have an identity crisis, because you don't see who you are. Because you don't cease to exist if you're no longer a mom, if you're no longer a banker, if you're no longer a real estate agent, a business person, a student. You still exist. Those are simply roles and labels that we've given to be able to easily communicate with somebody else about the things that we do in our life. But it's not who you are. I challenge you to look at who you are, and not identify yourself, the who you are, to those little rules and labels. Because that's all they are. It's a box that's been created so that we understand and can communicate easily with another person about the things that we have going on in our life or that we do. But it's not who we are. I would like you to start seeing yourself as separate from those roles. Instead of using them as an identifier of who you are, see it as something you do. Do you see the difference? It's kind of a different perspective. I'm going to leave you with that today. If you have any questions or you're having issues seeing the difference or even identifying who you are without those roles or labels that you have in your life, I would encourage you to schedule a session so we can look into it and you can get some help with moving forward out of those aspects and into the power of who you are. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.